Hello and welcome to Mobility Mastery Monday. I'm Alicia and this is your weekly source for the best tips and tools for pain relief and feeling unstoppable. And today I'm going to show you a really awesome release for your TFL or tensor fascia lata. It is a hip muscle right here, right above the IT band. And reasons you might want to release your TFL are if you have low back pain or hip issues, maybe a pulled groin muscle or hip flexor issues, things like that are going to benefit from releasing your TFL. Now, it will be a really good idea, and all of this information is in the blog post if you click the link below, but it's a good idea to release other things, other bigger muscles first before doing this one, such as your quads and the quad hip flexors or your IT band. So all that info will be in the blog post if you click below. But we're going to show you how to do the TFL release today. And you're going to need something like a tennis ball and a pipe or a pole of some sort. Now, it's going to be ideal if you have something that's hollow, because we're going to stick the ball on the end there, and we're going to be on the floor, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute. But anything similar to this is good. I actually just came into the gym today and tried to see what I could find to rig this up, and I happened to just find this. So chances are your gym will have something like this as well. It's going to be a bit harder if it's not hollow, the pole, because you kind of want to jam that ball in there and be able to leverage it against the wall. I'm going to show you that in a second. All right, so you need to be on your back for this one with the pole against the wall and the ball at the end of the pole. We're basically trying to get the ball in the pocket that is just below your hip joint, or the hip bone right here. So you don't want to be on the bone, you want to be just below it. And you might need to hunt around a little bit, which is fine. If your TFL is not tight or does not need releasing, you may not find anything. And if it does, it'll be pretty obvious because it's going to be a little bit tender. It might hurt a little bit, and that's kind of a good sign that you need to release it. So you want to have a good leverage point though from the pole to your hip. If you're too far away, obviously that's not good. So just play around with this till you think you've found the right spot. And then what you're going to do is kind of a zigzag movement with this left leg. Back and forth. If you find a really good spot, like that's a pretty good spot on me, I might stay there and just go back and forth a couple times and then go a little lower. Back and forth a couple times, and you might want to come back up. And you might need to keep adjusting this. You're going to have to really grab the pole here with the ball and kind of hold it in place. If it starts to move too much, you're going to lose that leverage and you won't actually get a good pin and stretch on this one. But this perfectly mimics something I do with my private clients. Usually I would have my heel here, and I just was kind of trying to figure out a way to do the same thing for you guys at home. So this actually works really well, and that's basically how you do it. There's not a lot to it except finding the right spot. That's going to be the hardest part for you. Once you find it, you just want to keep that ball on the TFL to pin it right, and then use this leg in a zigzag movement to stretch it out. Now you could play around with where your heel goes. If it's closer to your right leg, it's going to be a lot less intense of a stretch for you, and the more you go out, usually it'll be more intense, but somewhere between kind of a neutral position of the heel, like directly in line with your hip or out to the side is going to be best. We're going to do a little zoom in now to the hip area, just to help you kind of see where I'm going here. And just an FYI, every body is going to be a little different. So every person's hip and the fascia around the hip and the muscle structure is going to be a little bit different. But you're looking for the hip bone right there. So I'm not on it. You do not want to be above that. You want to be below it. And there's like a little pocket there. So when I move my knee out, it creates kind of a deeper pocket that makes it easier to find. But you might need to move the ball around or scoot yourself a little closer to get that leverage point. But don't be afraid to play around to find the best spot for you and your body. And that is how you can release your TFL at home. For the full blog post, again, just click the link below. And if you liked it, like it and share it. And I will see you next time on Mobility Mastery Monday.